Alcohol can be a sneaky trap. You start with a drink here and there, maybe to relax after a long day. Over time, one drink becomes two, then three, and before you know it, you're drinking more than you intended, more often than you'd like to admit. This is how long-term alcohol abuse often begins, gradually and almost without notice. Long-term drinking takes a toll on your body and mind. You might experience physical health problems like liver damage, heart disease, or even certain types of cancer. Mentally, you might find yourself struggling with anxiety, depression, or memory problems. But it's not just about the physical and mental effects. Long-term drinking can also damage your relationships, career, and overall quality of life. You might find yourself withdrawing from loved ones, struggling to keep up at work, or feeling like you're just going through the motions each day. The good news is that it's never too late to break free from the trap of long-term drinking. There is hope, and there is help available. The first step is acknowledging the problem and making the decision to change. Acknowledging that you have a problem with alcohol is often the hardest step, but it's also the most crucial. It takes courage to admit that you need to make a change, but it's a powerful act of self-love and the foundation for a healthier, happier future. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Talk to a trusted friend or family member, or seek guidance from a healthcare professional. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. It's important to be kind to yourself during this process. Don't beat yourself up over past mistakes or dwell on feelings of guilt or shame. Instead, focus on the present moment and the positive changes you're making for your future. Remember, recovery is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs along the way, but with each step forward, you're moving closer to a life free from alcohol's grip. Quitting alcohol after long-term use can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing approach. Start by setting realistic goals for yourself. Instead of aiming for complete abstinence overnight, consider gradually reducing your alcohol intake over time. One way to do this is by setting daily or weekly limits for yourself. For example, you might decide to have no more than 2 drinks per day, or to abstain from alcohol on weekdays. As you get used to these limits, you can gradually reduce them further. Another helpful strategy is to identify your triggers, those situations, emotions, or even specific times of day that make you want to drink. Once you're aware of your triggers, you can start to develop coping mechanisms to deal with them. Remember, progress, not perfection, is key. Don't be discouraged if you slip up occasionally. The important thing is to learn from any setbacks and get back on track as soon as possible. Section 4. Handling cravings, your toolkit for success. Cravings are a normal part of recovery, but they can be intense and difficult to manage. The good news is that cravings are temporary and usually pass within 15 to 20 minutes. In the meantime, there are several techniques you can use to ride out the craving and avoid giving in. One effective technique is mindfulness. When a craving hits, take a few deep breaths and focus on your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel in this moment? This simple practice can help ground you in the present and take your mind off the craving. Physical activity is another powerful tool for managing cravings. Exercise releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects and can help reduce stress and anxiety. Even a short walk or a few minutes of stretching can make a big difference. Distraction can also be helpful. Engaging in activities you enjoy, like reading, listening to music, or spending time with loved ones, can take your mind off the craving and help you ride it out. Section 5. The power of connection. Finding your support system. Recovery from alcohol abuse is not a journey you have to take alone. Having a strong support system can make all the difference in your success. Surrounding yourself with people who understand what you're going through and who are there to encourage and support you can provide invaluable strength and motivation. Start by reaching out to trusted family members or friends. Let them know what you're going through and that you need their support. You might be surprised by how understanding and willing to help they are. If you're not comfortable sharing your journey with people you know, consider joining a support group. There are many different types of support groups available, both in person and online, where you can connect with others who are going through similar experiences. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength and courage. It takes bravery to admit that you need support, and reaching out is often the first step towards a healthier, happier life.